A little bit of spin again, that leg spinner, and he's not got all of it. He's actually hurting with that right hand. Is Sohaib.
Well, Maqsood is measured at the moment, but we know he can cut loose and hit it long and big. Moment, he's content to just punch it around, hand it back to Shahzad.
The problem here, Danny, is Sangakkara went at 150 strike rate. We've got Shahzad going at 86. We've got Sohaib going at 90. So they're under 100. They need to really kick on. They're just one down. You'd think 180, but if these two slow down, it'll be difficult.
Dancing shoes are on, and boom, it's gone all the way for another maximum.
Just what we wanted, just what was required. Comes down the track, he deals in boundaries normally, does Shahzad, and floated up, and he's down, and he's hit through the line with the spin over long off.
Oh, you called for it, Baz, and got it.
They needed that. It's been 16 deliveries since we've had a 4. And that's only the second 6 of the innings.
How was it?
Went for it, went hard for it, wasn't quite there. End of the over, 10 from it, 12 gone, 86 for 1. The top, and yet their run rate is the highest. So what they're saying is they're taking fewer risks with attacking shots, and that you can attribute to someone like Kumar Sangakkara at the top of the order in the way that he fashions an innings. And this is just the man we're talking about. Beautiful stroke making today, classical shots, straight out the coaching manual.
Correct, and he made it look so simple, even left a few deliveries in between. Just so easy for the young man, Sangakkara.
Goes big here, Maqsood. Yeah, he's really he is so strong and he stands so tall.
Just want to have a word to graphics downstairs about these attacking shots. Suddenly they've cut loose. I'm seeing all these attacking shots. Holy smoly! And it's Maqsood. Yeah, Mitch McClenaghan. He is getting pumped in this over.
He's got a lot of power, has Maqsood, and very good with those wrists. And once he gets in, he really hits the ball so hard. Very good through the leg side, very good off the back foot even. Powerful wrist that he has. Makes it really difficult to bowl at him.
Great platform here now for Multan to get a big score. Bowled. It's pretty much regulation line of length for a left arm seamer.
होगा साफ पाकिस्तान, मिलके लगाएंगे जान एलन तो होगा साफ पाकिस्तान.
I completely agree. A greener, cleaner Pakistan.
Fallon.
Pakistan Zindabad. What I'm saying. Hoga Saaf Pakistan. Oh, the red of Islamabad, they're in tonight. don't know about that shot, and neither does Shahzad. The umpire says you've got to walk, and Shahzad plays a risk shot, and he pays the price.
Against the angle across, and it was a bit of a cutter as well. Spun, never in position to paddle that high risk shot. Very difficult to execute. Get it down to fine leg from there. Ahmed Shahzad out for 32. It's 92 for 2.
Well for Multan, strike rate of 123, 730s, 250s, his best, the 65. That's in this season, 2018, and he's just found his range. What about this shot, Baz, from Shahzad?
Yeah, poor shot selection. It was away from him, really outside the off stump. You get it to fine leg from there. It's high risk, and the result was another wicket. Yeah, not as silky as Sangha.
I agree with that. He's caused his own downfall there, Ahmed Shahzad. He's gone for 32. Off the mark, first ball, the captain. 13 gone, 93 for 2. The 6'5", 6'6" Shaheen Shah Afridi, left arm medium quick. Well, it's got him down at 17 years of age, and he played in the recently concluded ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup, and he played pretty well as well.
I'll just let him know that you said he's medium quick.
Oh, he's medium fast. He's up there, Denny.
Look at the net, Alan.
Left armour too. What's going on here, Alan?
There's another one.
Come on, Alan.
It's a great school to be in. Let me say, it's a great club. Unfortunately, you're not in it, Denny. Neither are you, Buzz.
Koi Batne. And that's a little Koi Batne stroke there. Captain, little ease into the covers, and it's back over to you, Show.
Yeah, he didn't play in the last game. Missed a couple of games, but Maqsood. Now this could be a real test for the young Shaheen Shah Afridi. He'll be very much in the spotlight. Cricketgateway.com and gateway.pk in Pakistan. Watch us all around the world. Maqsood against Afridi. Not Shahid, but Shaheen.
And McCullum's gone for a slip. So they definitely worked out something.
Well bowled. Really well bowled.
Yeah, we've seen this with Sohail Tanveer as well. With the angle across, batsman trying to hit to leg makes it very difficult. And you're much better off trying to hit this over cover rather than drag it to the leg side, because you're working against the angle.
Extraordinary finish there from Maqsood. He was actually facing fine leg by the time he'd finished the shot. Platform is here though for Multan, and Brendan McCullum has changed his field now on the basis of that one swipe from Maqsood. Long on, long off. Could get 2 here. No, they're not going to. They're not going to.
Be interesting, the running between the wickets. Shoaib Malik is lightning, and Maqsood, well, not so.
Well, he's got to get those running shoes. He's got to get those good shoes, BK. Because you can, as we know, snatch quick singles, rotate the strike, frustrate the heck out of the bowler and the fielding side. If you're awake, sharp enough to noodle it into nice little gaps, drop it at your feet and go. So McCullum is tweaking the field as we speak. Talk about a haircut.
Head and shoulders.
Needs a haircut.
Move for $1 million. Daniel, do the move. I think this is pretty good of Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's looking for the fuller length because he knows that Malik is a classical player. This is a big test for the youngster, having just been in New Zealand with the under-19s, and he's now playing against some of the people, the players that he would have looked up to in all his career growing up. Bowled, really well bowled. A little change of length, pulls it back. So this is a good over. If he can finish strongly here, just 2 singles, 3 dot balls.
Yeah, you and I saw him there, Wilco, down under the land of the long white cloud there in New Zealand, particularly in Christchurch. I was most impressed, and his rhythm. Okay, he was playing against his own peers of his age group, but he did stand out massively.
Oh, well bowled. A really good over. 2 from it. 14 gone, 95 for 2. Virtually assured of going to the playoffs, these semi-finals, effectively the semi-finals in Pakistan, in Lahore. And if Lahore lose tonight, they're out. But they've got to win. They have to win to maintain their interest in the PSL.
Yeah, just on Multan right now, first 6 overs went for 54. And the next 8 just 41. The last 2 have just gone for 9. So they're really stuttering. They need to get some runs here because it's just gone a little downside.
Well bowled. Narayan always asks questions. He's only gone for 15 in 20 deliveries, and Sohaib Maqsood 16 from 17. He needs to really change gear. Hoga Saaf Pakistan, do everything you can for a green, safer, cleaner Pakistan. Even if you're in the HBL box, it's pretty green there, look.
Shoaib Malik is fantastic against spin, and maybe he'll take on Narayan because at the moment they're not getting boundaries.
It's a very unusual delivery from Narayan.
Malik's very good using the feet against the spinners. He's so quick and gets in such a balanced position to hit it down the ground. He's done this all his career.
Bowled him. It was getting a little frustrating for Maqsood. He was running out of patience. A swipe against Narayan very often does not work.
No, the magician, lovely flight, just drops on you. You're never quite there. Wonderful flight, guile, cool as you like. Sunil Narayan picks up another wicket. It's the 3rd one down. It's Maqsood, who's been knocked over for 16 from 18. It is now 97 for 3, and we're going to have the Galutlo strategic timeout now. Galutlo timeout.
And we've got a challenge.
Go up, Baz. That's what I'm saying, Mick. The young quick is very, very impressive, Shaheen. I'm glad he's back in the team. He is an emerging player for Lahore, Qalandars, and also Pakistan cricket, so that's fine. Got a beautiful action. The worry is, does it pitch outside leg? I don't reckon it does. I reckon that's pretty close.
Yeah, he got stuck, Shoaib Malik. And looking to play it through the offside and impact a bit high? Who knows? But where did it pitch? I think that's the first query that needs answering.
Yeah, it's always hard for the left armour unless they're shaping it back or it's a really full ball. And it'll be an interesting one when we track it, but I just think that straight line across the right-hander, that sort of length, it's hard to line it up with the stumps. He needs to be bowling in-swingers to the right-hander, so that will be not out.
Geez, those stumps are skinny.
Not out, not out. Stay with your decision. Thank you, Hemant.
Yeah, he's sharp, all right, Shaheen Afridi. And if he can get that ball to come back from off to middle against the right-handers, he'll be a handful because he's got pace. We're talking about a 17, 18-year-old having 145 clicks up his sleeve.
And he's tall too, Ramiz. And just having a look at his run-up, he's already athletic. And his actual action, I haven't had a real good look at his wrist release, but that's something you can work on. But what you can't work on is genuine pace and height.
McCullum in a catching position at sort of a squarish gully, and keepers after it. So scampering he goes. He's got rid of the glove so he can throw it. Good effort.
See here, he's pumping his arms. He's running towards his target. Nice, comfortable load up. He looks pretty aligned and the seam's going down reasonably straight. There is not a lot wrong with this action at all. He's not going to have to change too much. That's pretty good, besides match experience.
He had a tough final over, didn't he? One of the early games. He got tapped up a little bit.
But he kept his emotions in check. That's what I was impressed for a 17-year-old kid.
That's a big shot. Is there enough on it? There is. It might just go over the... Oh, he's taken it in the end. I thought he'd come in too far. And Shaheen, he celebrates in a big way. But he was creeping in, and it was the go-go gadget hand.
His first wicket in HBL PSL, and what a scalp he's delivered. Shoaib Malik can be deadly in T20 cricket. Loads of experience and a very good catch. I think he was initially wrong-footed. He was coming in and then knew that the ball was going over him, and he adjusted. And Sohail Akhtar, the guy who caught the ball, Shaheen Afridi, the wicket taker, and the skipper has been dismissed for 3. 99 for 4.
There's the first one. Took some catching in the end. Had to pedal back. Nicely taken. And then a real beauty on the stumps. Actually came off the pads, but just in that zone.
I've just got a bit of advice for the youngster. I was lucky enough to take a test hat-trick against Pakistan. Should have had 2, Mick. You played.
Yes, exactly.
And the great Shane dropped it at first slip. So
all right. Just
a little suggestion for the youngster. Take the fieldsman out of the equation. They can hurt you. Just attack the stumps, boulder LBW, please.
Thanks for that. We're going outside now. Here he comes, a 17-year-old on a hat-trick. What a moment it'd be. Oh, an anticlimax.
Yeah, bowled a link delivery, but he was running in. Looks to be in great rhythm. This was a peach. Yeah, came back slightly and shattered the stumps after hitting the pad. A bowler's delight, 142 clicks that.
And look at the seam. The seam's excellent, giving it a chance to go. And we've been talking about the celebrations. Imran Tahir and co. And Shaheen, he's up there as well. Oh, that's in the air. 3 wickets in the over. Wow, look at this celebration now. The 17-year-old, 3 wickets in 4 balls. The teammates all jumping over him to celebrate.
The Qalandars are on fire, and the Bhangra group are loving it as well. This is lively stuff. This is great piece of bowling. Qalandars needed this magic from their bowler somewhere to liven them up as well. He's tall, he's quick, and 3 wickets now in 4 deliveries. That's terrific celebrations from young.
Wicket, and it is Multan Sultan's reeling now. 99 for 6, 4 overs remaining. And there he is. Shaheen is the wicket taker, the youngster. Only last over he got his first in the PSL, and now he's got 3 for 2. And he's got 2 overs remaining as well. Malik caught in the deep. Whiteley, stumps rolled. And Butter, leading edge. Gonski.
Start of the over, he didn't have a bowling average, then he got one, then he halved it, and then he divided by 3.
And there's a Yorker. So the bowling on top, and I reckon McCullum's saying to the bowlers, let's get these 4 wickets, let's get out of here before 20 overs is up.
Yeah, very nervous flick. And a ball climbing on him, and an easy catch at short cover. Agha Salman, the fielder, took the catch. It was all over for the newcomer. What a comeback. On a placid track, they've got things done quite brilliantly.
It's a good shot, that'll be 4. That's big. That's a strong shot from Pollard. So he's still the man, isn't he? He's the man that can sort of get that total of something half respectable from here. They're going to be under par, whatever they get, but he can get it to 140.
Tanvir as well, he's a strong hitter of the ball, so this partnership is a big one for Multan, but that's a classic off drive. Isn't it beautiful? He just used his feet, didn't try to overhit the ball, front elbow up, very correct.
He's got the comb over there, hasn't he? It's very unusual style. Oh, he's wandering around. Where's he going? What about that? Pollard was just going for a waltz. It's a new dance move at the crease.
Unbelievable. Going for a stroll. There you see him come down, covering the stumps. About 10 moves later, he played it across the line for a single.
You really don't like that when you're bowling. You just want them to set in one place and you execute the ball you want. But once they start moving around the crease, you've got to have 2 balls up your sleeve.
So there's the Multan ownership. He saw a loss the other day. He's, as all the owners, very passionate. It's a very passionate bench, but they were experiencing the high of winning consistently, being at the top of the table, and I'd be a little worried at this stage. They won the toss and wanted to force the pace, batting first. They've been a team that bats second, mostly in chase, so a little bit different today.
Now let's see whether they have the temperament to rotate the strike, take those singles and not look for boundaries, because 6 wickets are down and they need this partnership to flourish. They can take a bit of time, maybe another 4 or 5 balls, and that's about it, and then go hard.
So just changing the angle here, McClanagan, and Brendan McCullum, he's up as captain. He's just trying to make sure he minimises the boundaries here.
That'll be a wide, so just off put, isn't he, at the moment, Flem?
But I like his thinking. He just didn't execute properly. I think the angle of the wide Yorker, he's got third man. If it's an edge, if he gets bat on it, he's got protection at deep point. And if a little bit of a half volley and Pollard's good enough to reach and generate power, he's got a long off. So I don't mind that. But will Pollard move around the crease? Will he move across to the offside?
McCullum's catching. He's about third slip. Oh, he gets the full toss. Pollard probably thinks I could have got under that and smacked it, but he's not really thinking that was going to be the option.
I think that ball dipped a little bit as well.
Well, I know Danny's actually written that because he spelled his own name.
Danny. Why would they be missing him? He's here. But he's here. Why are they missing him?
They want him there.
Because they didn't write it, Michael.
Here, just show that up. Flash up, will you? But they want him in the crowd there, do they? Is Ramiz right in there?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we can organise that.
What was wrongly spelled, Morrison or Denny? Both?
Well, I've seen him misspell both his first and last name, so that was the giveaway.
3 overs remaining so far, with 3 overs remaining in the power play. Obviously, there's only 2 men out in the deep, so more scoring opportunity, and it was a lot heavier. But that was when Sangakkara was going and playing beautiful strokes, powerful strokes, but very orthodox. And there's been nothing really to write home about. Shazad was out there for a while, but never accelerated. Here's the youngster again. And hit, double play, run out, and that's the 7th. So they're still looking at getting the 10 wickets.
Great thinking by Brendan McCullum, because he summed up the situation beautifully. There he was, brilliant collection. He paused and made sure that the ball was handled properly, then whipped the bins off. That's a great piece of thinking and cricket from Brendan McCullum. So another wicket falls, and so it's not working for Multan Sultans. They've slided quite badly in the last few overs, and we're the latest casualty for 2, 108 for 7.
We're going to win every game. Rambo's feeling the same. 4 from 4. Danny Morrison, I like your funny commentary. Here comes
Danny, stop writing your own posters.
Well, that's okay. I think he's funny as well. Can he add some serious in there at some stage?
You're talking about strategy, actual T20 strategy. Well, maybe not with the batting, but have a look at this run out again. Umpire Cam, Brendan McCullum read that beautifully. I wonder if Tanvir had gone straight away, he might have got home, but the skipper just got out of the way of the zing bales that were flying. And quite a big wicket there, because Tanvir can be a powerful hitter. But a good fight back from Lahore.
Well, they are just losing wickets far too quickly. That one's going to be safe. A couple of bounces to the man in the deep. 6 for 16 they've lost.
And interesting too, Pollard, the dangerous, he's only faced 7 balls and he's been out there a long time, so that is hurting Multan as well.
32 of 34 balls, they needed him to push on a bit more. Sangakkara played beautifully, 45 of 30, and Shoaib Maqsood was important to the cause. That's a 3. Shoaib Malik also fell cheaply, and so there's not been a lot of consistency, and there's always this danger of run-outs when big powerful hitters are batting alongside, because you know they're very good at tonking the ball for 4 and 6, but when it comes to stealing a single or 2, they're not adept at it. And so we saw that happening when Sohail Tanvir was shot at the crease and was run out brilliantly by Brendan McCullum.
And we're saying again, incredible bowling figures here. 2.3 overs, 3 for 3, Shaheen. That 1 over after this, 12 dot balls. He's round the wicket now. Round the wicket, spearing into the stumps. Always interesting when you go from one ground to the next, and the batsmen generally have enjoyed coming back to Dubai. And the dimensions, we've got the dimensions of the ground just to give you an idea, and we'll do the same again when we get to Sharjah. But I think you'll see that those square boundaries are, well, one side 66, the other 72, and down the ground 79 at one end.
So he's got to do something about it. That's 2 length balls. They've got a man to stop the single, and I think Pollard's going to come down. He needs to talk about rotating the strike. Also for the bowler, Shaheen, he's bowled 2 length balls. Do you go again? Do you be predictable that has worked, or do you just change it up? Because that 3rd wicket, Ramiz, I liked it. It was a bit of an off-cutter, slower ball.
Yeah, I think he needs to do a little bit of variation. Seam up, he's beautiful to watch. It's not a bad ball to Imran Tahir. Good nippy over comes to an end. 109.
So here we go. That's a good short one, isn't it?
Been interesting, Bazza called for that, and I was talking about a change-up, so it wasn't a slower ball, but the bouncer was a change-up, and it worked.
Well, here's Sahale. He's got 2 remaining, but he'll only bowl 1 of them. That's a good start too. Zoned into leg stump.
Was that bit of reverse? It was nice and full and it jagged back. Was it a slow ball? Not too sure, but whatever it was, it did cramp him. Yeah, it did dip.
And it's that sort of pitch remise where I think if they do look after the ball, they just get home, really shine one side, I think it will deteriorate around that 15th, 16th over mark.
Yeah, I agree. It is a bit abrasive, and there's hardly any grass on it, and the square is abrasive and bare as well, so quite likely to get this in drift. Bit of reverse, just lowering his arm a bit on that occasion, Sohail Khan.
And another thing, the ball softens up a little bit too, so it's harder to hit.
Well, not taking any runs there. He's trying to hold it, Pollard, waiting for that ball to get under and fly into the stands. But every ball that's chewed up, there's more pressure. The next one has to go big.
Yeah, you see the change of length also when the ball is reversing. Most of these bowlers, Pakistani bowlers, would go full. Lower the arm and go for that length, which is the driving range.
And Sahale's got that slinging sort of action. You think it'd naturally reverse swing for him.
Bowled him. Slow ball and bang on target. The powerful Pollard. It's going to be a slow walk back.
Well, this is bowlology gold. This is a blueprint to what you bowl at the death. 3 in-swinging Yorker type of length with a reverse swinging ball, and then to just change it up a little bit, a nicely bowled back of the hand, a slower ball. You can just see that Pollard was done by the lack of pace. It was right on the money. So that is outstanding bowling from Sahale, and he's enjoyed it as well. Big smile, good to see. Not so much for Pollard. He's on his way for 9, and it's 111 for 8.
They've blown a good start. We've seen that from Lahore time and time again. They've been so powerful in those initial 6 overs and whittled it away. Well, that's exactly what Multan are doing against them.
It's been an excellent over, and it is reversing nicely. Hits him on the toe. Ouch! That is a sand shoe crusher.
Yeah, tailing in, definitely. He was extremely successful in last year's HBL PSL. Sohail Khan took most number of wickets. Played for Karachi, since shifted to Lahore for Qalandars.
No one there, so it's just chipped, and they'll push for 2, but rightly so. Stayed a single. It's not enough for Multan at the moment. 6. He's round. He'll finish off Shaheen, and it's a great day for him. 3 very quick wickets. He's turned it round for his team, and it's going to be a real struggle for the Multan side to get to 120 from here.
But Mick, what about this over? Just in-swinging Yorkers, slower ball, gets a wicket. New batsman comes in, you want to knock him over first ball. But have a look at this, and it actually spins a little bit too. A little bit of a wrong'un. Ping bales are flying. That's a release. You kids at home want to practice that one?
Oh, it's hit him. It's got him on the head, and there'll be a run out at the bowler's end. No, there's not. No, McCullum was in there again. Just couldn't drag it back to the stumps. It's a good short ball.
This is aggressive bowling from the Qalandars. We've seen Sohail Khan to reverse the ball, and on the other end we've got Shaheen, who's tall, pacey and shortening the length against Junaid Khan, who just didn't want to look at it.
Early on he had his eyes open though, didn't he? But it's very dangerous to take your eyes off the ball. But it was a cracking bouncer, so he's got another weapon up his sleeve, Shaheen.
Oh, it's worth a shout. It's angle, it's given. I think it's the right decision too. He is on fire and just growing in confidence so quickly.
Yeah, another ball that reversed, that came back sharply. Was given straight away by the umpire. But he's been a massive plus for Qalandars. He started the show for them. Hit the back leg, would have gone on to hit the leg stump. The angle was good. Perfect length. It's not going to miss the stumps. Do you think it's going to miss the stumps? Don't think so. It's been upheld by the umpire, so even if it kisses the stumps, it's going to be all right. Nothing on the ultra edge. It's wonderful spell of bowling. There we go then. Junaid Khan missing the in dipper, hitting the stumps. Umpire's call. That's a great result for Shaheen Afridi. He's on a roll, 3 for 4 now.
You are on screen. Stay with your original decision out. Thank you.
4 for 4 in fact. Shaheen Afridi, amazing bowling spell.
He can get 5, the very next ball. So he's on a hat-trick, but there's no more wickets. And what a way to finish. 17, 5 for 4, take a bow.
Electric, absolutely magical bowling from the left armour. You've got to rise up and applaud the talent that is Afridi. We're seeing a birth of another Afridi. Fast bowler who's a real talent and will certainly go a long way in making Qalandars a viable franchise, a franchise that can also win. Oh, deadly Yorker, fantastic ball.
Yeah, we might be just seeing the emergence of the next Pakistan great fast bowler, and there's been many over the years. That is incredible bowling, 5 wickets, and the energy and the enthusiasm, great shots of the big fast bowler, absolutely pumped. You cannot believe it. Started the game with no wickets in the tournament so far. Now he's got 5.
Yeah, incredible. What a magnificent performance by Lahore. They are working so hard, aren't they, to get back in this tournament. It's a slim chance, but it is a chance. They would have to rely on other teams, franchises losing at the right time and not progressing points-wise. But if it all worked and they were to win the next 4, there is a slim chance they could scrape into that top 4. And there he is. Shaheen Afridi. Shaheen Shah Afridi, 3.4 overs, 5 wickets for 4 runs, and 9 for 22. They lost Multan Sultans, and that's where he pitched them, Flem. It's all tracking in that one zone, different lengths, the wickets different lengths,